I'm honored today to present the 2021 National LGBTQ+ Bar Family Leading Practitioner Award to Carrington Mead, known to us as Rusty. The Leading Practitioner Award is given each year to an individual in private practice who has improved the lives of LGBTQ families, parents, and children, and through outstanding legal work demonstrated by a long-standing commitment to providing high-quality legal services. Rusty's legal career demonstrates those qualities. Being a lawyer is hard. Being an LGBTQ+ lawyer is even harder. And being an LGBTQ+ lawyer fighting for equality and justice in Northern Florida is even a greater challenge. Rusty meets those challenges. Rusty's undaunted. He listens to his clients. He emphasizes with their struggles, and then he goes to battle, working for them unflinchingly and with a drive to win. Rusty is generous with his knowledge. In the LGBT Family Law Institute, Rusty is always there for his colleagues who need legal advice, and sometimes, more importantly, for someone who needs moral support and encouragement on a difficult case or a difficult moment in their personal lives. Thank you, Rusty, and congratulations.
Hi, I am the recipient of the Leading Practitioner Award from last year, and I'm so honored to be participating in the presentation this year, particularly since the awardee is, like me, a Southerner. I grew up in Florida, which is where Rusty Mead practices. I can vouch for it being a Southern state. I learned in school that it was the breadbasket of the Confederacy, and it has all the issues of any other Southern state. I know from experience the challenges of practicing LGBT family law in the South. It takes courage, it takes fortitude, it takes intelligence, it takes commitment, it takes a thick skin, and it takes a big heart. Rusty Mead has all of those things. He's exactly what we need around these parts. He's an incredible asset to his local community and to all of us who practice LGBT family law around the country. He's always available to help us and has been for the past almost 20 years. He's been a beacon of light in an area and a state that doesn't always come through for our community. But Rusty has been there for us and is there for us, and is such an inspiration and a role model. Let's hope that more young lawyers follow in Rusty's footsteps. Thank you, Rusty, and congratulations.
Carrington Rusty Mead has practiced law since 2004 in Jacksonville, Florida. His local bar has recognized him with awards over the years for his many contributions, and the Florida State Bar gave him this year its President's Award. We joined them in honoring Rusty because he's made so many contributions to our community and our legal education. Rusty is someone who has something to say. I discovered this when I first met him years ago around a breakout table at a Lavender Law conference, and I hope someday you have the chance to run into him too, and you'll agree he's someone with something to say. We are pleased to give him this award this year and ask that all of you join us in recognizing him as his local community has recognized him, and now we at the national level will recognize him. And thank you, Rusty, for all you've done. Your daughter must be so proud of you.
An award like this makes you look back at the years behind you. It can make you feel like you are nearing the end of your career path and need to start finding your path to retirement. When I started law school later in life, I'd already blazed a trail of filling voids that were ignored. And then I decided that if I was going to do it for free, I might as well be paid to do it and improve the quality of life for those like me. When I began law school, it was about making it safe for LGBTQI+ people to be parents and not have to risk relationships with their children. When I graduated and got a bar license, things weren't quite as scary in that department, but LGBTQI+ people couldn't be sure that they could get regular visitation, much less primary custody or time sharing. We were still 10+ years away from marriage equality, and there were about 1,500 other rights to worry about. While my straight peers celebrated marriage equality, thinking the fight was over and they could divorce LGBT people the way they did straight folk, I knew better. I'm still fighting for the right for some parents to see their children who are separated because of the prejudice in the law and the malice in the heart of former partners. Children are literally falling into the void that the lack of legal recognition creates by lazy or intransigent legislatures. As much as things have changed, they have also stayed the same, and in some cases, we've traveled back. I live in a region of the United States that has seen a high number of assaults on LGBTQI plus people in recent years. I was a victim of such an assault almost 3 years ago. This year alone, I have had 2 clients who have been assaulted because of their identities, one of which was just last week. There have also been a remarkable number of homicides in my city involving Black trans women in the last 3 years. It can be overwhelming sometimes to think there's not enough of me to go around. At times, I feel like I am battling a watershed of need with minimal resources to prevent the impending flood. It is then I think of all the work that needs to be done. I say this to encourage those of you who are younger to think about serving LGBTQI plus families as a career path. I know many of my younger peers saw marriage equality as the end of the fight. It is only the beginning. Changes continue to take place daily, from the announcement of gender-confirming surgeries for transgender veterans by the VA just a few weeks ago, to the easing of state laws in recent months that have previously made gender marker changes difficult on birth certificates. I appreciate the recognition and encouragement. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my clients for trusting me to assist them in preserving their relationships with their children and their chosen families. I'd also like to thank them for allowing me the opportunity to help them in some of their worst, most traumatizing moments. I'd also like to thank the National LGBT Bar Association and National Center for Lesbian Rights for forming the Family Law Institute. I did not fully appreciate the value of FLI when I attended my first meeting in its inaugural year. The buzz of knowledge I got off that first meeting and each meeting thereafter has demonstrably made me a better lawyer, and generally and specifically for my LGBTQI plus clients. The camaraderie with like-minded peers and friends I have made is priceless. I appreciate this recognition and want you all to look forward with me to the work that is still needed. Thank you for your time and your presence today.